They had somebody out there rapping. Family, they had somebody up there rapping. I can't even play the music. I don't want to get a copyright strike, and it's all empty in there. Hold on. You get this guy. They got somebody in there rapping. Somebody performing. Okay. Somebody performing. This was a plantation plebiscite fiasco. Say reparations. So they get a bootleg Wish App Drake in there.
It's the bootleg Wish App Drake. Of course I was gonna come here in front of the Hidden History Museum and issue a formal challenge to Tariq Nasheed. Welcome back, y'all. This is the next installment of my new podcast, Come One, Come All podcast. On today's episode, this one is gonna be a little firecracker here. Yeah, and by the way, I did my first podcast appearance about 7 months ago. And it was in response to a very distinguished gentleman, I will say. Somebody that I have a degree of respect for, but I don't know if it's reciprocated. But then again, it may be, because I met the gentleman recently. You'll see the pictures and videos for proof. See, because I'm thorough with mine. But nonetheless, I'm talking about the Honorable Tariq Nasheed. Now, Tariq, we have reached a crossroads. You see, I performed at the National Reparations Convention in Atlanta, Georgia.
The hip-hop, 50 years of hip-hop is the anniversary. I'm a true MC, by the way, too. So listen to the lyrics. Check it. I've been a king since my adolescence, that's natural selection. I got a crown collection from my actual progression. In a matter of seconds, I can have your possessions. Cause to be or not to be, that is the question. Go grab a session of therapy if you have depression. Cause on a cellular level, bad connection. I'm in the house of God and he ain't even passed inspection. As the pastor who's the master, status correction, showed up.
October 7th. That was the same day that Hamas decided to go into Israel. That was my birthday. I was performing October 7th. So I did my performance at the National Reparations Convention, and Tariq Nasheed decides to do a podcast the day after and spoke ill about the National Reparations Convention and organizations that were part of it. And he happened to use footage of me doing my job as a representative of Foundational Black America to spread my message. And my message is a foundational Black American message. We need these reparations. Cut the check. I make music from my soul. Like, I'm an activist at heart. So you're talking to the same guy who made a song called Reparations Anthem. I also made the song A Love Letter to Kamala. You can check both of those out on YouTube, by the way, so you can see my pedigree. My first podcast was a response to him basically making a mockery of my performance, if you will. He called me the bootleg Wish App Drake and said I was plantation performing or what have you. It was funny. It was funny. You can see on the podcast we did, I had fun with that. We had fun just responding to that. But now we're upon 2 reparations events going on in Washington, D.C., and I'll be at both of those, by the way. First one that's taking place will be the 2nd National Reparations Convention, May 17th through the 19th. That's actually next weekend. Wow, I'm excited. I get to perform again. We'll have distinguished guests there, including the presidential candidate, Dr. Cornel West, and his, well, I don't know if I can make that announcement now. I'm going to leave that to them. Other than that, Tariq has his rally for reparations, June 15th. Ooh, I can't wait. I'll be there too. I cleared my schedule to make sure I'm there June 15th. You know, I would be in Hollywood otherwise because I have another event. But I said, oh no, I got to be there because, you know, as a foundational Black American, as a descendant of American slavery, I feel like I want to be around my people. I want to feel that energy there. And so I'm adding on to that. What this video or podcast is about is I'm having a come to Jesus moment, if you will. I'm saying, why are we all having these conventions, debates, discussions, and it's separate individuals that's fighting for the same cause, but I think I'm seeing a little ideological differences, a little ego, if you will, injected into that. So what I think that needs to happen is a formal debate, and that debate should be between Tariq Nasheed and a brother that I have a very strong relationship with. Yeah, and I'm talking about Malik Zulu Shabazz, the former national chairman of the New Black Panther Party, also chairman emeritus of the New Black Panther Party, and currently the president of the Black Lawyers for Justice. And shout out to Malik, the brother who helped oversee the case in Mississippi, Rankins County, in which 6 officers pled guilty and were sentenced recently for the atrocity and the injustice they served these young brothers there. Now, the name eludes me, but you get the message.
We must have unity. We must be at the table together. We must legislate together. We must rule and vote and compromise and work together. We must follow up on the mandates given in the Durban 2001 conference in Durban, South Africa. We must fulfill the mandates. We must not let what happened with the elders and the sacrifices and the trips and the conventions and all the great efforts they made, we can't leave them hanging. We have to get down and make sure that we don't waste their time and effort. Otherwise, we are going to be cursed. And so
I'm just here for the discussion. It can be a debate or a discussion. I prefer a debate because healthy things come out of debates. No question about that. We might have difference in opinion. I'm sure you do by now because I've heard you speaking about the reparations. I'm talking to Tariq Nasheed. You know, you talked about the plebiscite, saying we don't need a plebiscite or whatever. Now there's organizations that are actively putting together the plebiscite and actively over there in the United Nations and the Geneva Conventions fighting for reparations. A convention, a rally for reparations is cool, but I'm seeing action. Well, let me not say I'm seeing action. I haven't been there. I wish I can go to Geneva. I wish I can be over there fighting for reparations for us. But what I know to be true is that this fight for reparations has been going to the Geneva Convention and the United Nations, spearheaded by the Honorable Silas Muhammad of the Lost Foundation of Islam. Peace to the Lost Foundation of Islam. I want to see this thing happen. I think it's a healthy thing for the people. I think it will galvanize, actually. I think it'll get more people involved and more people interested in what we have going on. I have a question. Now, how many of y'all actually care about reparations? How many of y'all really invested in this discussion about reparations? You see, because I know there's this faction of people within the collective, but I really want to know the answer to that. If there's 40 million of us, what's the percentage of us that's actually engaged in this conversation about reparations? Because you have 2 titans in the community, Tariq Nasheed, Malik Zulu Shabazz, coming together, whether you guys come together and talk about what you agree on, I would say let's figure out what is disagreed upon. You can debate on that, or you can come to a common ground and let's move this thing forward. I mean, we only got 6-7 months left before we're actually gonna be electing the next president for the next 4 years of the United States of America. This discussion has been going on too long. This thing has been dragged out, and you got political candidates that aren't speaking on reparations. And you got a lot of people that's part of the voting base out here that have other issues that they put before the reparations for descendants of American slavery, aka foundational Black Americans, or you could put it together. You can be FBA, DOS, whatever, yo. It's all the same to me. A few weeks back, I was in California. Yeah, I was back in California having a little fun, working, and I ended up at the Hidden History Museum. I got to meet Tariq Nasheed for the first time.
History project. You get your
It's a red carpet.
Y'all have a good time? Y'all have a good time? You see y'all have a good time? Press the girl, y'all do y'all have a good time? Y'all have a good time?
Tariq Nasheed,
Chicago? You satisfied? Cool. My name is Wabe. I'm out. Y'all go.
While being in the Hidden History Museum, I had a good time. Like, it was a chill and, well, no, it was an event that was going on. It was a comedy show. I came there towards the end of the night. I went there with an objective in mind. I wanted to meet Tariq Nasheed. Now, sidebar, I wanted to get a picture, so if it ever came to this point and I'm speaking of it, he can never deny that we met. But I also wanted to just let him know that it's me, Kamal Shabazz, a.k.a. the bootleg Wishap Drake, and I don't have an issue with you, brother, but I'm just letting you know I'm here fighting for the same things you fighting for. So I'm not one of those people that you can just run on, make fun of or whatever. Who knows? You have a thing with that, and it's funny. I get it. I tend to take myself a little too serious sometimes, but I like the jokes. I like the joke you came up with, the bootleg Wishap Drake. And look at Drake now. It's not even good to be compared to Drake right about now, man. I'm under fire. He's under fire. Matter of fact, the bootleg Wishap Drake probably go platinum before Drake now. That's another story. But yeah, while at the Hidden History Museum, the brother Tariq, you're very inviting, man. I walked in the door. You happen to be walking to the door to your door person collecting the money, and we see each other, shake hands. It's no, I'm a tall brother, and you're probably equally as tall as me. So tall people notice other tall people, man. I have my security shirt on, so if you see the pictures, you see I have security shirt on because I just came from an event that I was working backstage in Hollywood. Your Hidden History Museum is on Jefferson, right there is South Central. So I knew exactly where I wanted to go, and I had my objective. I didn't really get to complete my objective because some things transpired. We'll get into that later if need be. But it was great meeting you, brother. Now, I'm just extending the olive branch and asking you, will you do this debate? I'm asking you. I feel like you need to do it, but I'm asking you. I'm doing a formal ask here. Because, like I said, I feel like it's a good thing for the black collective in America. And not even just for FBA, for everybody, so they can understand what the positions that we really are taking on this issue here as we move forward. Those who have opposing views, they can have those. But once we figure this out, the groups who are coming together or doing their own thing, because there's a lot of that. The ADOS has their movement going on, and so does FBA. I just like collective unity because it makes it much easier. But once we figure it out, we move forward. Hopefully before November 4th, 5th, or 6th of this year, because then we got another 4 years before whoever is in office. Hopefully it's our candidate. Hopefully it is a Dr. Cornel West. I spoke to Malik briefly, I might add. Spoke to Malik. Malik is ready. He's been ready to debate whomever. He threw a few names out there, but I mentioned Tariq Nasheed, and I mentioned Tariq Nasheed because he spoke directly about the convention that took place in Atlanta. Malik was on stage speaking about the plebiscite votes and why that's important. I feel like that would be the best two people that can actually present their arguments about what they're doing to fight for reparations. Now, this wouldn't be no free event. I'm not asking individuals to come on the basis of me just asking and it should be done. Nah, we should turn this into an event where people are excited about coming. People are excited about purchasing tickets. People aren't coming for the idea of supporting their favorite person, but supporting the strongest ideas. And if that's ideas that come together, they mesh together that day, that's the most beautiful thing that can happen. But I'm just seeing it like we put together either an event or it can actually just be a discussion. Maybe these brothers are ready to have a discussion. No debate needed. I don't know, but I'm just presenting it this way because Our people love debates, man. I've been to many debates. I've been to Sarnetta. Shout out Sarnetta TV. It's time for another good debate. That's how I feel. Not a presidential debate. We're not running for president. We're speaking about reparations. We're running on that platform. So like I said, to a convention and a rally about reparations coming back to back, that's grounds for a debate in my eyes. As a foundational Black American myself, I find it exhausting that we have so many different groups bickering about the same thing. So my hope is to come together, have a debate, have a discussion, work out the best plan moving forward. And Tariq Nasheed, Malik Zulu Shabazz, two distinguished brothers. I'm going to end it on this note. I see y'all at the debate. I might have to moderate, but I want to see this thing go down. I'm sure the people want to see this go down. If you want to see this take place, I need you to like this video here. Share this video. Hashtag Malik Zulu Shabazz. Hashtag Tariq Nasheed. Hashtag reparations. Subscribe to the channel. The channel will be up soon. It's not up yet. I'm a work in progress. Damn it. Don't expect me to be perfect, even though my name means perfection. Kamal Shabazz signing out. It's the Come One, Come All podcast.